Okay, my entire personality is wicked and has been for years and years, so I am so excited about Cynthia and Ariana. You know, Ariana and I, we both started on season 7, 10 years ago. Hey everybody, it's Ginger Minj, and you can binge the Minj right here on page 6.
Hey guys, welcome back to Work Room Weekly. I'm Brian.
And I'm Jason.
And we're, of course, breaking down All Stars 10. That was just Ginger Minj.
Yes.
Dishing on meeting Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande.
Yeah. Talk about an introduction into your bracket to have the queens themselves, the witches of
the East and the West, the North and the South.
Yes, Cynthia and Ariana.
We are entering bracket 3, and we actually have exclusive bites from the entire bracket when they came into page 6. We're going to get to that later. We're going to make you wait for it.
Yes. We have to talk about these queens first and foremost. I am so excited.
Can I read out each queen and you can give a little
Yes, give them their flowers. Give them their flowers.
Of course, Ginger Minj, we just talked about from season 7, All Stars 2, and All Stars 6. And she was the runner-up in 2 out of those 3.
Yeah.
So she's the queen to watch.
She is, absolutely.
Denali from season 13.
Obsessed.
Diabetes, season 14.
Love.
Cynthia Lee Fontaine, seasons 8 and 9.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo. Alyssa Hunter, The Trade, season 14. And Acid Betty from season 8, which is now quite a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I am so excited for this group. I mean, if you all have not seen yet, we just dropped our Confession Cube, our last and final one with our bracket 3 girls. And they brought just as much tea as the past 2. And I am so happy for them.
They keep accidentally spilling tea they're not supposed to spill.
Yeah.
And we're happy for that.
And we're more than happy to take it in. So if y'all have not seen that, go check it out now. But one thing that the queens did talk about was their entrance looks for this last bracket, which, did you have any faves walking in?
I loved Acid Betty's look with the moth, the kind of fluorescent moth headpiece. Just looks so cool. And it's been a minute since we've seen Acid Betty. And I also liked her casual workroom hangout look, that Monsters Inc. fleece.
Yes.
I kind of want it.
Yeah. Apparently she's a huge seamstress. She makes a lot of her looks. So, I mean, whether it's a workroom look or a main stage look, she's ready to turn the look.
She looks like New York. She's a New York queen.
Yeah.
If you saw her in Bushwick, you wouldn't bat an eyelash, a giant antenna.
A 401. Yeah, a 401. You wouldn't bat one. Absolutely loved. I would say for me, I love Denali. This ode to her ice skating roots was absolutely amazing. Also, ever since they've dropped the promo, she has this little tagline that she says when she walks out. We have to insert it because it's been in my head since they've announced her.
I'm icy, spicy for you, I'm too pricey.
Still icy, still spicy, and prices are even higher.
It's so good.
I know. This icy look with the blunt bangs, she kind of reminded me of the White Queen from the X-Men.
Yeah, no, so excited. But all 6 of these girls, I'm more excited to see than I thought I would be.
But I was nervous for them this week because it was a design challenge.
Yes.
And aside from Acid Betty, none of the other queens are known for creating their own looks.
Me running with the chainsaw. A design challenge? Week 1.
So we are designing, creating bewitching looks inspired by Wicked for Good in pairs. So the queens had to pair up with their best frenemy. And not only did they have to design the looks, but they had to come up with a backstory for their duo.
No one's feelings are too hurt.
No,
You
I
know?
wouldn't say so. It was kind of cool. They had mentioned how we kind of saw this like generational pairing with the girls of this one. We saw kind of the more OG queens get paired with the 3 newer queens, which was fun. So we had Acid and Denali, Ginger and Daya, and Cynthia and Alyssa. Ginger and Daya, I think, were definitely ones to look out for. I think, everyone kind of knew Ginger would definitely have been a powerhouse, at least in the performance aspect of this. She has said that, she's not a designer by trade. She actually hadn't placed low in a design challenge in a previous season. So she somehow manages to pull it out anyway. And obviously we knew that Acid was going to turn it out.
That's right. A lot of the queens were saying, I want to work with Acid Betty. And she was kind of shocked. She's like, you guys don't know me.
Yeah.
I also would like to work with Acid Betty or Diabetes.
I want to work with Acid Betty. I have never heard this before.
She was very, I think, flattered by it. It was humbling.
Yeah.
And then another incredibly humbling moment happened in the workroom when, of course, Cynthia and Ariana surprised them and showed up. And It was emotional.
Yeah.
Jason, I found myself crying alongside Ginger Minj.
I know.
It was I was like
So I'm just excited to have you both here.
Oh my gosh.
And you both mean so much to me.
Oh no.
That means a lot to us.
yeah, I'm having this like moment, you know,
Yeah.
and suddenly I'm watching Wicked again, and also they filmed this before the movie even came out.
Correct.
And the movie is an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
I mean, I cried when the goat professor touched the hand. I mean, I was like a puddle, and I was right back there. And their story, you know, Ginger's story about connecting with Elphaba and this kind of duality that, you know, a lot of drag queens can really relate to, of being perceived as, you know, wicked when you're really, you know, you're just a person. You're more than just one thing. And it was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah, you can really tell when these guest judges come and are such fans and have a deep reverence for these girls. And Cynthia and Ariana were no exception.
I mean, they
And
even called out Cynthia's fingernails.
Yes,
Of course.
yes.
There's like super long fingernails.
Yeah, Alyssa said that is true drag queen fashion right there. But yeah, that was so sweet. And then the girls left, but they didn't quite leave because look behind the mirror, a la All Stars 2. So fun. That's what you could just tell the girls were having fun.
They didn't want to leave.
Yeah, they were literally, Cynthia was saying in the confession cube that they were the two guests who literally were like, we're just going to stay and hang around with y'all because they just love it so much. And like, you can really feel that come across throughout the episode.
Absolutely. Should we check out what the other queens had to say about meeting the Wicked cast?
Yes, like we said, we already know that Ginger was feeling it absolutely off the top. But yes, everyone else equally gave flowers to all of our Wicked girls. So let's take a look.
So my favorite guest judge in this season might be Ariana Grande, because I'm a huge fan of her since I was a little kid. And every time that I do brunches and stuff or a show, I always do a Ariana Grande song. So I love Ariana Grande.
This look is giving break free.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, Galaxy. Got it.
Oh my god, all of them were my absolute favorite because they were all angels and super nice and lovely. But I would have to say Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. I know, I mean, come on. Promoting Wicked, it was just such an honor for them to like make time in their busy schedules. And Ariana is so gorgeous in person. She's just so tiny. Cynthia as well. Oh my god, it was crazy. But the only thing I really can remember, because that day was crazy, was I asked them if they could give Jonathan Bailey my number, and I would just like to continue to put that into the universe. So if you're listening, do the thing.
My favorite duo guest stars of this season was Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. I mean, hello. I love Wicked. I remember, picture it, 2004. I had the opportunity to watch the Broadway show with Idina Menzel and Kristen Stewart. So then the movie is out now after so many years, and I feel the cast was perfect. Because Ariana Grande have a great and amazing voice. She's a great actress. And Cynthia Erivo, hello. Came all the way from Broadway and doing all these movies and all these productions. She got an amazing voice. So what an amazing duo. So, and you need to watch the episode, honey, because we have a Kiki. It was so lovely. They don't want to live the worker. They want to stay with us. They want to do drag. They want to like eat donuts, everything. You know, they connect with bracket number 3, Team Lavender. You're welcome. Thank you. That's the best bracket of all the entire season. Fight me.
That's what it's all about, you know, just combining these like amazing pop culture moments with Drag Race. I mean, it's just a perfect little harmony.
Yeah, absolutely love it. And then we made it to the main stage for the challenge of this week.
The Good Witch and the Wicked Witch.
Yes.
Runway Design Challenge. I thought Denali looked incredible once again.
Very
I mean, she's just stunning this season. And she also really had that Galinda energy with the like permed blonde wig, which actually in Untucked, Ginger said it looked like Nomi Malone from Showgirls. And I was like, wow, I did not see that reference coming.
Yeah, and Ariana said she knew that, or Denali said that she knew Ariana was a big fan of Showgirls. So she said she clocked it in Untucked. And she knew.
Ariana said that was her favorite look.
Yes.
Which is like, doesn't matter if you win. You know, that's such a great moment.
But I will say, I did really love Daya and Ginger. I mean,
wind and water.
We knew, and it's like, you see Ginger do it, and you're like, this is why she's here for a 4th time. And this is why she's the one to watch.
The writing is so funny. It's just, that's why they all wanted to work with her. They're like, oh, you know, Ginger can tell a story. She knows, she gets the narrative aspect. I mean, she can just she can make the C word into a punchline like that, you know, and Daya was supporting it so well.
And always serving sensation.
Yeah.
With those blacked out contact lenses and the kind of flowy, liquidy indigo blue look. I mean, it was cool. It was cool.
No, I really loved it. I thought Daya equally shined as bright right next to Ginger. I think she held her own. Like you said, she had her like cool Daya 2.0, like punk girl look, but still gave, you know, a little Wicked Witch edge to it. So
with the feathers, the raven feathers.
Absolutely loved. And they actually ended up being our top 2 of the week, which I absolutely am happy with. I think
I'm happy with too. If there was a Lydia B. Collins in this bracket, I tell you what, all these queens would have been smoked.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really have that like super Parsons FIT aesthetic going into this.
We gotta talk about this lip sync because it was magical, spiritual, everything and all of above, defying gravity. I mean,
the original cast,
the original version. I found myself tearing up. Like, it's crazy. I don't mean like like you said, the girls hadn't seen the movie yet,
right?
And like I've seen that movie countless times, and I cry every time seeing Ariana and Cynthia's rendition. But seeing it on the main stage and seeing it with just the lighting, the green lighting, and just even the costumes that Ginger and Daya were both wearing, it was so good. They both were like, we know every single word of this. We know every emotion of this. That's when you know you're about to get a lip sync for the season.
If you've ever been to drag brunch, if you've ever been to a gay bar, you've seen Defying Gravity done.
Yes.
And so to see 2 queens at the top of their game do this and not need anything but the words and the emotion of the song. There was no death drops.
No.
There were no flips. There were no wig reveals. It just was them embodying the song, which is so cool.
It was so gorgeous. Ginger, again, just served it to the max. But Daya also, I really thought, I mean, just with her look also, like you said, with those like black sclera lenses, and just like she had this wicked look to her, and just seeing her like just completely give herself to this song, I was just... I have chills thinking about it. It's so good.
So Ginger wins, but you thought there might have been like a split point again. Another
I mean,
0.5.
It was powerful. I would have loved a 0.5 moment. But yes, Ginger did come out on top, which I'm completely okay with.
So she starts with 3 points.
Yes.
Daya's
with 2.
got 2. And the queens don't even realize that there's how the 4 MVQ points are going to be divvied up now.
No. So we'll see at the beginning of next week's episode. I'm excited because we're still staying in our country era. Next week, we've got the Hoedown Throwdown at the brand new drag festival, Stagecoach. Can't wait. I'll be there.
Did you clock it? Orville Peck.
Yes!
We did not know that until this week. They did not tease Orville Peck, which I think he's a pretty big star to throw out there.
He is.
I've seen him in concert, and I saw him on Broadway.
I'm going to go see him in Cabaret just to get ready for next week's episode. But I can't wait. Make sure to keep it here. Work Room Weekly. See you next week.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune into All Stars 10 on Paramount Plus.